How's it, guys? We are at the Annex, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the scenery. We've done the sound check. Derek, quite a good sound check. And you see, but there we go. The train going past. Pretty awesome evening this evening. So yeah, looking forward to it. Anyway, see you inside and hope you enjoy. Cheers.
I'm going to play the best love song in the world now. It's called Tita, and it's by Fantasako, who composed Jarabi. It's on the same bass line because Jarabi worked so well, she made another piece on the same line. I recently read a translation of the lyrics because the lyrics are in Bamana. And it's some incredible, wonderful poem or text that I can't tell you because a friend of mine's writing in a book and I'm not allowed to tell anyone, but just trust me.
just here with Derek Ripper. What an unbelievable show, guys. It was absolutely super. Here he is after his amazing performance. We've got Stuart here as well.
Stuart's my interviewer. He's going to interview me.
Stuart's going to interview quickly for the channel. Okay.
It's one of the more articulate, actually, human beings in this country.
This is good. We need articulate people. So, Stuart, please, can you start?
Just point me out, what is this for, Dominic?
Okay, so for my viewers, I have this is our YouTube channel called the A Musical Video Blog, and it basically follows my little adventures and sojourns into the international music industry, which I've started here obviously in Cape Town, but here at the Annex I've filmed a number of shows. I've met some amazing musicians already during the course of the last 8 weeks or so since I've started the channel. So it's really just about sharing the experience with the wider audience. Yeah, so you've been roped in to run a very short, succinct interview with Derek here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Please just introduce yourself before you
My name's Stuart Wright. I met Derek when he taught me how to play a couple of strings on a classical guitar. I was hoping he would teach me some Bach, and when I got there I was pleasantly surprised that he was not going to teach me some Bach, and maybe he can tell us what he did end up teaching me.
But more importantly, Stu was my techie for an installation they did at the Venice Architectural Biennale.
Ah.
And he did all the cool things with the speakers and made hinges and things.
So Stuart is an engineer.
And he drove all the equipment overland from Sweden to Venice.
That is
in 3 days or something.
That is unbelievable.
He's short by saying that it just came from the time. He's really my art roadie.
Yeah. No, well, that was the beginning of this adventure that I've witnessed. Derek playing this kind of music. I'm sure you understand what he plays. He takes music from the Cora 21-string instrument and he's put it onto a guitar. And I was fortunate enough to engage with him at a relatively early stage in that process. So when I was looking for Bach and I arrived there and he tuned my guitar strangely and then made me play along in that fashion, I feel very privileged to have been part of that. But
Can you play that sort of music?
Very slowly.
Still on 6 strings. It actually seemed a little bit like you were playing on 21 strings this evening. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Look, I can't even ask questions about the tunings because I think we'll be here for hours. But where are you off to next? What are your kind of plans, and what are you up to at the moment?
I've just got back from 2 consecutive tours of Europe and the UK. I did a wonderful project with John Williams, who's an incredible classical guitarist.
Amazing.
So that's just finished, and now I've got a little break for a month and a half. I think I'm going to play a few things here. I'm doing a collaboration with Reza Kota, which I started with the John Williams project.
Wow.
Music for him. So Reza and I will be picking up our collaboration on 2 guitars. Reza's an incredible jazz player.
He certainly is.
An incredible musician. And then I'm going to Sweden in October to visit Stu.
So do you actually live in Sweden?
I'm staying between there and here at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to Sweden. There's a guitar festival called the Uppsala Guitar Festival.
Oh yeah.
Feedy's going to be there, so I get to hang with Pat and go to Denmark to play a classical guitar festival where an orchestra guitarist is playing a piece of mine, an arrangement of mine that I made of a piece by Tumani and Siddiqui. And then I go, so it just carries on. And now it's back to the
So,
and then the most exciting thing is the release of the new album. It's going to be a double album, which is, I was challenged a few years ago by a promoter in the States to put my money where my mouth was, in the sense of saying that Bach, that the Cora music was the Bach of Africa. So he said, well, let's hear it together. So I'm making a double album. I have just finished recording it of Cora music on the one hand, mostly from 2 choras onto 1 guitar.
Yeah.
And solo violin music of Bach.
But just very quickly, the 2 choras and 1 guitar works out to 42 strings just on 6 strings.
Yeah, well, it's not. You see, you mustn't get confused with the strings because the choras are harps, so you've only got 42 or 21 notes. Whereas
with
the
two,
guitar-
with two, what do they call them? 2 tracks or 2?
yeah, they're in 2 tracks, but I mean,
That's
you
right.
know, it's not that you're playing using 6 things to get 21.
No.
We get more than 21 notes on the guitar. We
That's
have
true.
to- Yeah, it's a nice, but it is a nice idea. This idea.
It's
of reducing.
nice to
And
know
the
that you.
Bach, and the Bach comes from a 4-string instrument, so that's very interesting.
True.
So yeah, people
No.
do all sorts of heavy shit.
Look, it was totally fantastic, and obviously all your information will be at the bottom in the description. People will be able to get hold of you through there. And Stu, thank you very much for joining in on the interview. Thank you for learning Bach. And we'll be in touch. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Cheers. I've just finished editing part 2 of episode 7, which is Derek Gripper live at the Annex Winter Series. It was such a great show. That guy really is a master, and a pleasure to have worked with that evening. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this week. Obviously broken into 2 parts. Might try and do that here and there. I think it works quite nicely to try and shorten the episodes. We'll see. Anyway, the next episode that's coming has got some interesting stuff. Obviously, we've got James Stewart coming up tomorrow night, and I actually went to a jam session on Tuesday at the Crypt, so you'll see that next week. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Until next week, same time, same place. See you there. Bye.